our top 10 quick comic picks part 2.
Yeah.
This is the DC books. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our real quick show, even quicker probably than usual,
Right.
where we show you some of the biggest and best DC books that are releasing this Wednesday. But we've got some addendums to talk about.
So we have some Image books too, but so our DC and our Image and all that stuff that just came in today. So we did not have much of a chance to read as many as we wanted to. Plus, we are actually missing a box, and that box contains all of our Absolute Wonder Woman issues and all of our A covers of Batman number 160. We do have a variant cover here. So hopefully that will show up tomorrow.
Yeah, plan on that being there tomorrow. So when you check our website, it'll be sometime probably tomorrow afternoon where those will be available. But for this show, we do not have those. But we do have Batman to talk about.
Yes.
But because of the holiday and everything, stuff gets a little crazy. But we're working it out, and it'll all be good tomorrow.
We're working with what we have. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to kick off this show with Absolute Martian Manhunter number 3. This is really cool because I feel like this is getting into almost what I wish every issue of this going forward would be. It kind of a buddy cop mystery, trying to solve some stuff. As there has been a outbreak of arson incidents where we find out 24 people have been set on fire by 24 separate other people.
Wow. Okay.
And they did it all at the same time. And so the immediate questions are: is this a cult? Is this something? But of course, John Jones and his Martian in his head are going to investigate, and it might lead to some more stuff about the White Martians. Ooh. So this was a great issue. I love the format of it. I love the they're kind of back and forth. They're kind of getting a rhythm going of talking to each other and everything. Highly recommend Absolute Martian Manhunter issue number 3.
Well, I'm going to start with Batman number 160, and this is not the A cover. This is the Lee Bermejo cover. Is this the only cover we have right now?
I think we have a couple of covers for this.
But this is part 3 of Hush 2, and in this one, Hush is really kicking off his plan to weaken Batman and the Bat family by going after people that each one of them care about. And he also wants to show the world that Batman bent over backwards to save the Joker. But he did not do the same thing for Robin, Jason Todd, back when all that happened. There are some other characters that enter the fray. There's a lot of fighting and big action in this. So yeah, just the next part of Hush 2. Don't miss it if you got the other two.
Next up, we have Superman number 26. This is a cool issue that's kind of setting the stage for a lot of future stuff coming. So we do get a couple of different interludes in this, addressing some stuff that we saw back in 25. We also know that Superman is pretty horrifically infected with this red kryptonite, and you'll have to read what happens with that, but it does it seems like it's going to spell some pretty big disaster for Superman and the people around him. Plus we got more with Lex Luthor and what's going on there, the ramifications of what happened with Lois in the previous issues, and much more. So a great issue of Superman with Superman number 26.
And next is Mr. Terrific Year 1, Number 1. This is going to be a 5-issue miniseries, I think. And just like it sounds, this is year 1 of Mr. Terrific, kind of fleshing out his origin. And in this one, Mr. Terrific, Michael Holt, when his wife died, he sold his company to this tech billionaire named Athena Prescott, and then he became kind of a bit of a recluse, a bit of a shut-in. But the experiments that Athena was carrying out at the company that she bought from him, it's making everybody around that area sick. So he is going to try to research and do something about it. But of course, that is much easier said than done.
Next up for me, I have G.I. Joe issue number 7. And this one's a big one because this, of course, you can see on the cover, introduces Beachhead to the Energon universe. And it's a really cool version of him because it's maybe a little bit older version that's been through some stuff, and he is on a mission not for G.I. Joe. I don't think we know exactly who he's working for, but there has been an item sold to a kind of a rich billionaire, and it's a very dangerous item that it is now falling into the wrong hands, and Beachhead is going to infiltrate this guy's house and try to retrieve it without causing too much of an incident. But of course, things go crazy. This is full of action, and definitely setting the stage for some of our the Night Force stuff that is coming
Oh
up very
yeah.
soon. So very awesome issue of GI Joe.
The next from Image, this is Mommy Blog. There's the full title there. This is a one shot. It's about this woman here. Her name is Astrid. She is this aspiring social media super mommy, and she desperately wants all of the other moms in her neighborhood to like her. But there's something a little bit off about her, as you can tell by the cover here. She kind of has this dark streak. Well, when some children in the neighborhood start to go missing, she is determined to find out who took them and where they went. She thinks she knows who did it, and she will stop at nothing. She'll stop at nothing, and she will let no one get in her way to prove that she's right.
Next up, I have a new cool indie book from Mad Cave. This is The Pale Knight, #1. And this is set back in 1349 as we have a knight. He's one of England's best knights named Sir Hugh de Grey. He is returning from his time in France fighting in the Hundred-Year War. And if you know anything about this time, this is also when the Black Plague is sweeping Europe. And he wants to get home to make sure his family has not succumbed to it. But when he gets there, he learns that maybe it has, and looks like a personification of death is there and might help him out for a price. So it's a cool historical, but with a kind of horror fantasy element to it. I really enjoyed this one.
And next is Dark Honor #1. This is also a new book from Image. This is a new miniseries. And it's set back in 2020 during COVID-19, which actually really helps to make this world, makes the city of New York feel empty, which kind of helps the setting of this story. This madman named Grigor, he is moving in on the five crime families of New York because he wants to be the one to rule them all. So those families ask this group known as the 100 for help taking him down, but their numbers have thinned out over the years as well. And this woman on the cover, her name is Rain. She's the daughter of the leader of the 100, and she may be the only one who can actually take down Grigor.
And next up for me, I have Void Rivals issue #19. This one's really cool because it is an all Skunkzoid issue, kind of the breakout character from Void Rivals. And in this, we find out what happens after we thought he died in a previous issue. And I don't want to give away too much because this has a lot of big surprises in it for the Energon universe and for Skunkzoid. But we do see Rekgar for the first time in the Energon universe, along with the Junkion guys. And I don't want to say too much more, but there is definitely going to be more to Skunkzoid by the end of this for the future of the Energon universe. So a great little kind of one shot issue, but does a lot for building more of the Energon universe up.
And last for me is Justice League Unlimited #7. This is part 5 of the We Are Yesterday crossover with World's Finest. And in this one, the Justice League, all the various members are fractured, are scattered throughout time, and the Legion of Doom has begun their siege of the Watchtower. And there's only one hero who can make all this right and bring them all together, but it's not who you think.
And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. So thank you so much for watching. This was, like we said, our part 2. Check out our part 1 that we've already posted. That was the Marvel books that we put out yesterday. And this is the DC ones,
Hmm.
minus Absolute Wonder Woman. But like we said, check out the website infinityflux.net tomorrow. Probably later on tomorrow, once our packages arrive, we will have the those books up there, but these that we just talked about are already on the website. So you can go ahead, start placing your orders right now, and join us again tomorrow as well for our comics in a flash, where
Hmm.
you're going to see some of the cool books that you can pre-order by this weekend. So a lot of craziness going on around here, but we are still bringing you the
Yep.
good comic news. So until next time, see
See
ya.
ya.